Yeah, I got into sales when I got out of college, and I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I was not going to go back and get my MBA. I was not going to go to law school or CPA school, whatever school that is. I knew I was done with schooling because I was a C+ student. And some of my friends got into sales, and they said, you know what, you need to pursue this. And so I started with a company. It was a Caterpillar dealer out of Indianapolis, and I was given a binder with all the customers who had bought equipment over the past year and given $1 million quota, and they said, here's your customer list. We want another $1 million from you. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have any psychological training or frameworks. I got no coaching. It was a good company, but that was in the 80s, and there was just no coaching. Nobody hired coaches, and there wasn't much mentoring. So I really struggled, and it got to the point where you have that conversation with yourself, you know, at the edge of the bed at night. Do I really want to do this? Am I really cut out for this? What has to change? Can I even continue down this path? Because I was really, really struggling. Sometimes when you have those conversations with yourself, good things happen. And so I decided after that I needed to learn all I could about sales, about psychology, about customer acquisition, even about marketing. And so I started to study all the greats and bought cassette tapes and CDs and albums. And I really became a voracious learner of all of these different things. And what I realized pretty quickly was that they were all kind of the same. They all had the same outlook. They were all different variations of what do I need to say, what do I need to do to get somebody to say yes, get my customer to say yes. And I felt like, wait a minute, it's the customer that has the problem and has the pain and has the dream of what they want their life to look like if they were to buy my solution. Why is the onus on me all the time to convince them to do business with me? It seems like totally the opposite of what should happen. And so I started to study psychology and marketing concepts and some Far Eastern thought and some Buddhist thought. And I got really interested in the whole idea of the mindset challenge that we all have, is that we've all been trained as sales professionals to do things in a certain way. And one trainer after another, after another, after another, and the next coach comes in, and it's always just repackaged stuff. And I thought if we could change the entire dynamic of the sales process away from customer buys to customer sells a salesperson, I think the whole industry could be reshaped. So in the ensuing years, I came up with a very simple 5-part framework. And this framework has different components to it that I think are important if you're going to arrive at this place where the customer sells you on why they need you, what their problems are. Number 1, the mindset. You've got to get your mind right. If your mind is not right, you will not take the proper actions in the market and your results will suffer. Number 2, your marketing has to be right. You've got to understand the role marketing plays in lead generation and business development. Most salespeople don't understand marketing. Most marketers don't understand marketing. And so marketing is element number 2. Number 3 is messaging. What is your core message? What makes you unique? And how do you deliver that uniqueness to the world in your messages, whether they're video messages like this, whether they are written messages, or whether they're phone calls that you make to people. Number 4 is the method. What method do you have that you will take your prospect through from the beginning when you first learn about them and they start your process till the end? What's your sales process, and is it valuable for them? And the 5th element is, what are the mechanics? Every system has mechanical things. It's down and dirty. It's the words you use. It's the framing you use. It's the sentences you put together. It's the questions you ask. It's the videos you shoot. Those are all the very mechanical things. So you go from mindset to marketing to messaging, to method, to mechanics, and those are the elements. If you execute those properly, you will create a whole lot more results in your market because people will be seeking you out, wanting help with their problems. So if after hearing this, you're inclined and want to get on a call where we can talk more about some of the options available for you, but more importantly, what you want to accomplish with your team, a little bit about your team, what their upside potential is, I would be happy to do that. There is a link below. You can get on my calendar there, and we'll talk soon.